Hey all you Rohan dogs, it's Thryden Wolfsbane, and I'm here with a hobby vlog. Well, actually it's dawn for the OSBGL, and I'm back with another hobby vlog. I'll try to get you guys all caught up with where I am on the terrain pieces I've been working on. And yeah, of course that was Thryden Wolfsbane. Just take a look at him. So this is a futile exercise that I go through with pretty well every tournament that we run in our league. I make a list, add a few miniatures to it that I don't have painted. I get them assembled, primed, and then not painted, and end up having to change my list. But I'll leave this guy on my table and we'll see how long it actually takes me to get this guy painted and finished. But let's see where I am with the terrain pieces. Okay, so there it is. Made quite a bit of progress on it in the last few weeks. I think it's been about 3 weeks or so. So you can see that I've got the gravel over all of the different surfaces on the piece, and even in here I've managed to fill in the gaps between all these tiles here with gravel. I put in a couple of layers there. I painted all of the surface with the first coat of paint. Probably mixed it at about 60% paint, 20% water, 20% PVA. That's just the initial coat that I put on. So it'll PVA just help keep the gravel down. And after that I'll ink the whole thing with the Agrex Earthshade and probably do a couple of layers of dry brushing on the gravel. And once that's done, I mean, the piece is pretty much done. I still have some painting to do of this stuff here. But other than that, it's just gonna be the painting, and there'll be some flocking and whatnot involved as well. I did also, I think I did this in the last couple of weeks, I put 2 layers of dry brush on the edge of the polystyrene. It's actually, I don't know if it shows up, but it's come out a little pinkish, so I need to put another final coat of the highlight color on there, sort of cover that up. What else? I painted dry brushed the stairway, a couple of different colors of gray, highlighted it up, got that done. I still have to deal with this statue, so that's going to be magnetized on there, and I still have to figure out how to do that because I don't really want to have to like drill into this plaster because it'll cause a mess, and I'm not sure that it'll hang on to the magnets very well. So I may put magnets in the bottom of this and put a plate of metal on there. I'm not quite sure what I'm going to do there yet, but it shouldn't take too long, whatever I decide on. I had a couple of these little pieces here from the 40k Gothic Ruin set, these little bits, and I added one there. I was going to add it down here, but I thought it would probably just get broken off, so there was a little ledge here that was too small for a miniature to fit on anyways. So I added that one in there, and there's one half buried here that you can't really see very well. I used that one to sort of contain sort of this rubble spillover. And then the last one, and there's 3 different ones, I put it here up against the hill, so less chance of it getting knocked off there. So come around. I still haven't finished the first coat on all of these areas because I still want to add a bit more gravel in here to bring the level up here, to hide a bit of the side of that tile. And inside here too, there's some gravel in there that needs a first coat of paint on it, but you can kind of see around the back of it. So this has been built, so obviously the other side is the front, but I want the piece to be accessible by miniatures from all sides to make it more playable. So this is almost done. I should have this finished by the time I come back to another video. The only other thing I'm not sure on this, I kind of wanted to add one of these. So this is from the Goblin Town. I kind of wanted to connect these two little roof shelves up here with a walkway, so in game when you have a miniature up here, he can just come across here. The only thing is this is a little wide, so kind of takes up a lot of it. I might not do it, or I might make something, or maybe I'll just use that. I'm not sure. I added that little piece in. That was an offcut off of the end of this piece here, which wouldn't fit, so I had to cut that off, and I just stuck it in there. Sort of fit well. I may add a bit of gravel in around the bottom there. I'm not quite sure yet, but this piece is almost done, finally. I don't know how long it's been trying to get this thing done, but a while anyway. So let's move that one out of the way for a second. So this is my the Hirst Arts piece that I've been working on. The top part of it's just over here. I finished the dry brushing on this. Trying to get this done at the same time as the Osgiliath Ruins piece, so I can get them. Like, I wanted to do all this gravel and painting at the same time because the pieces, the colors and everything are so similar. Just saved me a bit of time. I ended up adding like a couple of these blocks in here, both because I thought it made a good transition. Just having it, you know, the floor exposed all the way through, I didn't like it, so I thought I'd add that. It looks like it adds a little bit of a step or whatever leading into it. But also because, you see, I don't know if you can see, but on the inside, though, that step is flush with the back of this wall. And the reason why I wanted to do that was because I've made these. I made 4 of these, and they're just like made of this hobby, I don't know what you call it, these hobby sticks or whatever. These little things, and you get them at a dollar store, and they're cheap. So I made these planks double thick, and I'm going to use them as the door, but I didn't want to actually have to craft a door that was exactly shaped to the hole. So what I did was I just made that, and then I'm just going to put it at the back and glue it onto the back, and it'll just cover that. Because I'm not going to have this piece so that the interior is usable. And once I have that done, I'll just put this roof. I'll put this roof piece on, and glue it down, and that piece will be done. And it's just going to be painting and flocking the base around the outside, and then that one will be done. So hopefully, next video will show both these pieces as complete. I hope. The only thing with these that's going to be a bit of a pain in the butt is that because these are cast out of plaster, it's strong plaster, but still anytime you bump it, you end up like I've bumped it there, and of course the paint comes off. So I may have to look at sealing these, but even sealing them, because it's plaster, it's always going to be very fragile. Bring this big piece over here. This castle thing. Haven't really done much on it, but I did go out shopping and got some stuff. So I went to, there's a store that's fairly local to me here. I'm in Newmarket, Ontario, and there's a store in Aurora, Ontario, which is just like 15 minutes south of me, called Model Builders Supply, and that's their catalog. I don't know if you can see it. And they do have a small brick and mortar, but I think they do the majority of their sales online. And they sell all kinds of supplies for architectural models, doll houses, landscape design, interior layout, model railroads, engineering models, dioramas, and wargaming stuff. So it's tons of stuff in there, right down from like molding supplies, all kinds of different flock. And I was happy with the service I got there too. So I went down there looking for some of this stuff here, this kind of thing, because I didn't have enough. This stuff I had on the walls already, but there wasn't enough to go all the way around. And this is really intended to be like a cobblestone, like a floor. And when I got looking on the site of Model Builder Supply, I noticed they had a castle wall. So here it is. I don't know exactly how long it is. This looks like it's about 2 feet long by maybe 8 or 9 inches. It's quite a deep mold. So I got, I think, 3 of these. But these are going to go... oh, I've still got a piece of this on here, actually. See if I can just yank this off quickly. This was put on here with PVA, and that's another problem. It comes off really easy. So that's gone. So this, I'm just going to cut this, and this is, I don't know, 2.5 or 3 inches high. So I'm going to cut this along here, right to the edge, and down, and glue these on here. And I got this product that they recommended to me, which I don't know if you can see that, Gloop. So it's a non-toxic adhesive, and it's like, they tell me it's ideal for this kind of application, so we'll try that and see how it goes. And I bought some lengths of balsa wood, which I'm going to be using to make the gate for this. Obviously going here. This whole thing is filled with junk right now, so... and again, with these hobby sticks, which I already had, so I didn't have to buy them, I went along, and I don't know if you can see it well, but all along the top of the battlements here, I've laid these all down, so it looks like it's a wooden plank surface. So I'll paint that, ink it, and dry brush it, make it look good. So that's all I've really done on that. Not a great deal, really. The problem with these little wooden sticks is that, like, I've got tons of them in here because they come, like, this one's wide, this one's skinny, this one's crooked, you know, so you can only about half of them are any good to use. But I was thinking for these crooked pieces and that, I'll hang on to them, and when I do get around to my Goblin Town, I don't need straight planks of wood for that, so I'll be using those for that. What else? The last piece that I did finish, I'll bring this box over here, because this is the box that I've intended to put this piece in for storage. And I'll probably just grab my phone here, so I'll take the lid. And this box is, you know, you find these all over the place in offices. It's for the paper for photocopy machines, so grab this here. And I made the base so that it would fit for this. And what I ended up doing was I got some foam core and just added a little shelf in there. And there's that piece, and it fits perfectly in there. And I just added a lip along here with just like a 1-inch wide piece of foam core, and same along here. I doubled it up on the ends, and I put a couple little bumpers in there, and you can't really see too well in there, but I actually glued in a cardboard piece just to strengthen up the box a little bit as well. So that makes a nice little storage place for this piece of terrain, so that it won't get wrecked. And just put that on top when I'm done, and I can put more terrain on there. And away you go, off to your event. Okay, so that's it for now. Again, anyone in Ontario, especially new players, come out to our events. We got lots of events this year for beginners, and hopefully we can get some new players to join our league, meet all the guys, and I'll put the link below for the Facebook group. And that's it for now. See you later, guys.